Theater massacre. Among those attending, State Representative for Aurora, Rhonda Fields. We're hearing that President Obama may also be in attendance, or at least considering being in attendance there in some capacity in Aurora, Colorado. So Representative Fields, good to see you. First off, I understand that this shooting at the movie theater took place just about 3 miles away from your home in the district in which you represent. In your view, how have people come together? How are people coping overall in your community?
I think that overall the community is very, very shaken, and I think we're in shock, and I think we're still trying to get our arms around how did such a tragedy happen to us.
Tomorrow there will be a vigil. There have been some other gatherings that have taken place since that shooting early morning yesterday. What will be significant about the kind of vigil that's being planned for Sunday?
Right. I think it was similar to the kind of visual that we had yesterday. Basically, it's just an opportunity for people to kind of come together as a community to kind of deal with the tragedy. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of uncertainty in reference to how do you move on? How do you live without that loved one? It's really shattered our whole community. And so yesterday we had the opportunity to pray. And as we prayed for restoration, we prayed for healing, and we prayed for peace, and we prayed for comfort for our community.
How one lives without a loved one. You just posed that very question a lot of people are asking, and the question can be asked to you. How you've been able to move on, and how do you live after losing your son and losing your fiance to an incident unrelated to what took place in the early morning hours of Friday there in Aurora, but instead your son and fiance were to be witnesses in a murder trial, and then they were killed. So how do you reach out to your constituents? How do you tell them this is how you live without your loved one?
Right. I can tell you there's no formula to do it, but I can tell you how I was able to kind of survive through it, and I'm still surviving it, is through prayer. But more than that, it's the healing process. And that's what I'm most concerned about with my community, is the healing. I'm concerned about what happens to my community after all the cameras are gone. Right now at 2 high schools, we have these hotline counselors available. But I'm wondering what the community is going to be like 6 weeks, 4 weeks from now. What I know about my district is we don't have not enough access to mental health services here.
What are you hoping to hear from this press conference? It should take place somewhere, maybe even less than 2 minutes or a minute from now, underway at the Municipal Center. The investigation is widespread, everything into the suspect himself, how he obtained the firearms that he did, how he planned this attack, the booby trapping of his apartment. What are some of the questions you're hoping to get answered?
What I really love about Chief Oaks, who is our police chief here in Aurora, is that he's been very upfront and candid with the press. And if he has information that he can share, he will share it. And every time we have a press conference here in this city, I learn something more. And it's kind of almost shocking and alarming, some of the things that I'm finding out. Like when I heard about his apartment being rigged for explosive, those are the kind of things you don't hear every day. So I'm quite sure, he keeps building on more information that he's able to share with the public as they continue this active investigation. But what's real important is that they apprehended this person, which means that our community can be rest assured that this person is not out walking around.
Colorado Representative Rhonda Fields, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate that. We're going to go straight to the Municipal Center now.